Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. This is Tennis Manager 25. And an absolutely unbelievable season unfolding as we do sit here with the world number one, Moise Kwame. Three very, very, very good performances at the Australian Open, the Paris Open, and the New York Open. Wimbledon, we were injured and had to forfeit the first match. Otherwise, we could have got the clean sweep. But he still has some big weaknesses. Control, underspin, drop shot, all pretty bad. But he is a very solid player. And just 21, he will be a threat moving forward for a long, long time. Hannah, a little more rounded, a little less physical, I would say. And that's probably the primary difference between them. And yeah, she's a really, really solid player right now and is up to number 21 in the world, which I'm very, very happy about as well. So between the two of them, I feel pretty good. 123 in the world. Jack Palfley looks solid as well. A little younger, not quite as rounded, not quite as good, and definitely lacks the composure, killer instinct, and fighting spirit that we normally get when you win tournaments. Margot, a little bit behind, again, another couple of years younger, but still very good for her age. 666th in the world. Very interesting there. And then we've got our two youngsters, 16 and 15. Need an absolute ton of work, to be fair, but they look like they've got absolutely bundles of potential. 159th and 130th, respectively, on the juniors. So, still plenty of time to get them playing well. So, not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy. Margot is going into the juniors for the US Open. But yeah, we look at the goals and their satisfaction. You know, David is very well set up inside his 150. Nadia is well above the 159. The 250. Once she sits at 159. Margot has done everything there apart from win the end of season juniors, which again she is in and she will be competing in hopefully at the end of the season unless there's a catastrophic fall off. I'm not really sure how that would happen, but she's well inside her goals. Hannah couldn't quite get the Grand Slam one done. We were one match away. I think twice we were one match away from getting to a quarterfinal. Qualified for the next gen, which we won last year, and we're just one position outside the top 20. So when you look at all those goals, everything is good. Everybody's playing all right. Everybody's really happy and rested right now, apart from David, who's not well rested. And form-wise, Nadia and Hannah are falling down. I don't know. Well, I did some training. I installed a patch, and a lot of things changed, including equipment for some reason. I don't know why I wasn't even on the latest patch, but I guess I wasn't. So yeah, we got a little bit of money. We got a little bit of time. We can't really spend that money because we're what, 90? Yeah, a little under 190k away. We haven't completed this, but since those goals have come in, we're looking pretty good. And if we go across the board on the contracts, Hannah's pretty much hit everything that she's going to hit. She might get into the top 15 of the women's. It would take just an enormous winning streak between now and the end of the season to get there. So I'm not really convinced about that one. But very good from her this year. Moyes, 2 more tournaments, and he'll be fully paid out on his contract. Margot, 1 more tournament, and she's fully paid out on hers. Jack, yeah, top 30 just isn't this year. You know, we've got plenty of time on these contracts to get there. So we're pretty much paid out as much as we will be. Nadia has got her 20 tournaments, and again, I don't see her rising that high. Because of the form she's in and the way she's been playing, but one tournament win is kind of all she needs. A couple of quarterfinals might be all she needs to jump into the top 150, so definitely a possibility. And David needs 4 tournaments, which we have got booked. We definitely have got booked. Next week, the week after that, and then we're registered in 43 and 45. So just in case there's an issue somewhere, we don't, something doesn't really work out the way we think it's going to work out, or there's just some kind of issue somewhere, it doesn't really matter. We should have enough. So, yeah, sponsors are going to be happy. Like I say, only really Moyes isn't hitting his goals, and Hannah has a slight chance to hit hers. Nadia a little way from hers. But their satisfaction is going to be really high. I really like our rankings. Say top 150 basically for both juniors. Margot is slowly coming into the top 500, which will open up next season so many more tournaments for her. So I'm really liking that, and a good performance here, like I say, could mean like something really, really big in terms of a jump up the rankings, and again, just freedom to book next season. Jack inside the top 150 is phenomenal, and we can start looking to push him. And Hannah, then we're going to start pushing her towards Grand Slam victories and the top 10 and the top 5 and then the top spot. Moyes has done all that this year, so it's about defending all those titles, about taking Wimbledon, trying to win all 4 in one, and just trying to like stay as number 1 for as long as we can with him now. Kind of see how good he can be. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. 4-star reputation, 4-star talent zone. I don't know why that changed, but it did. I think that's the world, not us, so interesting. Did we check these? We did check these. Why are these changed? Wait. I got 3 world class. I think I had 1 world class. I can't remember who. One of these was world class. Garcia. Morales. I think Morales was elite. I think she was elite. One of these other 2 was also elite. 1 was world class. I think Kushera might have been very good and has gone down to good. And I don't remember having 2 top. I think I only had 1 top, so one of these might have changed as well. That's confusing. I wasn't planning on taking anyone anyway. Okay, 4.5, 4.5, full. So they're properly full. They're either 4.5 or 5-star potentials. And these are 3, 3.5 going up to 4.5-star potential. But they both started at 3. So maybe they grow back in. Maybe it's more of a reputation change thing. I don't know. Is it a scouting type thing? I don't remember, but it seems weird there's only 1 early bloomer. And all the rest are standard. I wonder if any of that's changed. Maybe the latest patches did that. Yeah, we got our courts set up for next season. Swimming pool, video tactical, staff and player space. We don't really need to hit any of those. Medical center, we've got this coming up, and then we're probably going to have very expensive stuff here. That's not going to really help us out too much more. Player evaluations, yes, but we don't really need to scout players because we're happy with the 6 we've got. Really. We'll see how Margot goes. If she kind of stagnates, maybe we move on from her. If maybe Nadia, David stagnate a little bit or don't really seem like they're ready to jump, we can kind of move on. Or if we want to get younger again, we can keep kind of doing that. So I don't really feel like this is much use right now. Sports study, it's a bit of money. That's literally all it gives you is a little bit of money. So yeah, you earn a tiny bit more. I mean, level 4 is a solid jump. That could be more worth doing, but you're still probably looking at 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 years before it pays off properly with a monthly income. 600 grand for this, and then what, 1200, 1300? Sorry, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 million, maybe as much as 1.6. And like, that's not a huge amount of money, right? Per month. And that's, again, it's only the max. So yeah, you go up like 8.5 grand in expenses, which stays the same. That doesn't fluctuate. And then your money possibly could go up 25 grand. So you're looking at like 16.5 grand a month. Yeah, if that is 1.6, that's like, it's a long ass time. It's probably even longer than I thought. That's nuts. Yeah, I don't even know what the break even point on that is, but taking this one into account as well, where it's basically 16k now. Actually, what is it now? No, it is 12. So we're earning 12. This will earn us an extra 14 and a half, but it's going to take 600 grand, which again is what, like 4 months and change? That's not crazy. That's not too bad value. Because in 6 months' time, you've made the money you spent on the upgrade back. Unless I'm completely messing up my maths, which my head's kind of not in an amazing place right now, kind of sickness-wise. So I could be. But I think that's right, about 4 to 5 months break even. So if we assume this is a 1.6 like that, and basically it just gains you another 16,000. That's like 100 months, which is like 8 years, 4 months, 3 months. Let's round it up to 8.5 with the 6 months. This one would break even. You're looking at 9 months. 9 months, 9 years to break even. So like, this upgrade's worth it. The next one might never be worth it, which makes it really weird. Makes it really weird. Like this, like really, honestly, this would need to be like 350 grand max income. Something crazy to make a big thing worth it. Tempted to buy it just to see what the next upgrade actually costs, because it might be like an 800,000 one, in which case that 9 years becomes closer to 5. Still kind of a long time, but maybe reasonable. But if stage 3 is 500 grand or 600 grand, why would stage 4 only be 800? So yeah, similar here, I feel, because we might be gaining 16 or so grand. What is that? 16.9. So 17 grand, but we're losing 5.5 of that. So that's 12,500 a month. Like, that's huge. Wait, this upgrade isn't even. I had this feeling I was messing up. This is not 4 or 5 months. 600,000 divided by like 15k is not 4, right? It's 40 or so. Um, Something like that. A little more than that. 44? Less than 45. 40. I'll say somewhere like 43 to 44-ish range month, which is like 3.5 plus years. Like, is that even worth it? That's kind of where I'm at. This is a little more in your favor, but you're still talking years to make that income back. So you're negative for years. And again, it's only the max income. Could take you even longer, but at the absolute max, it would be 3.5 years, let's say, to earn this back. And then the one on top is what? That's an extra 25 grand, 26 grand, minus 8, so 18. However much that fourth tier upgrade's gonna be. I guess the fact that money doesn't really have any value to you, apart from signing on bonuses and building buildings, then yeah, it really doesn't matter. So as long as you're earning enough a month to cover your wages, then just contracts are going to be money. Building stuff's going to be money. We don't need to make that money back. We'll just get given money every year and the sponsorship and prize money. I guess that's how it's built, but you would still just be a lot better off and be able to offer ridiculous contracts if you didn't build those buildings, it seems to me. But point out when I'm wrong, by all means. I might be missing something. Do check. Let me know what you kind of think, because yeah, the math ain't really mathing right now for me. Meanwhile, we're gonna go and just add a little bit of care in here. And we're gonna go watch, well, not watch, but we're gonna control Margot's run here. So we can actually just see the journey, basically. So Ishmanek 6362, Campbell 6164, Martin Kova 7-6, our first tough set at 6-2. So she's number 21 in the world. And we got Sverakova, who's 20th in the world. Then in the semis, we'd likely face number 6, which is Munivrana. And then we got Lazic and Smekalova, number 4, number 2, who we might end up in the final if we got that far. So, yeah, we have beaten her before. When was that? Doesn't tell you the week. I would like there to be included during the week. I think that would make it kind of interesting because I can't track all these people's tournaments. But if I know it's like week 4, it's like, oh, that's early in the season, and we beat her quite well, we're probably developing quicker than she is, so the difference should be more. If it was like last week and it was a close game, it's like, oh, this is still a 50-50. So, yeah, the week as well as the season, I think would be good, or just after the tournament. J2, Castricum, Netherlands, week 17, whatever it is. It's got a lot of other information on there. But, yeah, should be a good win. Lose our first set of the tournament, 3-6, but then 6-4, 6-4. And we do get past. And it is going to be Munevrana and Lazic, Smekalova are the other semi-final as we predicted. So, okay. Number 6 in the girls, we haven't beaten her. It was probably early in the season because Australia, I think, Traralgon is early-ish, I think, like week 10, week 12, somewhere. Maybe? I might be wrong. That was a very close match, however. She won the one set decisively, and then it was back and forth, so... Tight match? 6-3, 6-4, not that tight. So we definitely have developed since then, and we do make the New York Open final then against Lazic, the number 4 seed overcoming number 2. I don't think we faced Sophie yet either. Yeah, Traralgon was week 3. Okay. Nice to know. So we've played once before. That's probably week 10-ish, maybe. And we did win 6-4, 4-6, 7-6. So that was really, really tight. But this one isn't. 6-1, 6 love, absolutely dominant from Margot. Wow. She did have to work for it a bit. Her serve's not amazing, but it's definitely better than Sophie's. But yeah, that's another major that we can put on our resume. Might be a junior title, but it's still a title. Is there no junior tab here? Why isn't there a junior tab? Again, it just feels like there's so many things that make sense to be in here and wouldn't be really much more work to add or update. And sadly, they're just not. I can see all the information here. It would be nice if it was just, Grand Slam. And because she's so young, she's on the Junior Tour too. I could just, like, click a little button here. It'll flip between the two or something. I don't know. But there you go. We opened up with the Aussie Open, got to the finals, didn't quite get the job done. Then to Paris, struggled a little more, quarterfinals knocked out. And then we took Wimbledon, and now we've taken the US Junior Open as well. So 2 out of 4, another final place and a quarterfinal. Very, very impressive. And she is one of the best junior players by far. Semi-final on a 500, won a 300. That's it. But, she did big things on the Grand Slam circuit, and then on the pros. Round 1 qualifying knockouts, not really good. A round of 16 in a 125 is huge. and won a week 31 rookie 15, which allowed her to kind of get into these tournaments a little easier. So don't mind that at all. Very, very good. Very, very well played. Kind of excited to see what happens when she does go full-time on the pros. So Nadia does get a few things up. That is good. Yeah, we don't need any more tournaments for you. Hannah's going to Wuhan. Kwame's going down to Almaty. Okay, that's interesting. Margot in a qualifier. To the best of my knowledge, none of our players have faced each other at any time. Not only that, none of our former players too. I've got a feeling that's definitely going to change. But right now it doesn't feel like they're quite at the same level. But they will be in or around the same kind of tournaments. Yeah, Margot's going to be absolutely dead. Maybe I was right. Yep. Round of 32. Oh, torn her left thigh. Yikes. Yeah, the AI booking could do better there. Knowing that you're booking in for a Grand Slam and like you've played a few tournaments in a row, very little break time, gone deep into tournaments, and yet you're still playing the next week as well. A little crazy. A little crazy. Yeah, we are the biggest move-ups and the top of the charts. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Who are you? Phoenix Thursfield. I really like the name. I really like the name. Reverse Jack Palfrey. How I spotted him was in one of these lists, and then I realized he'd been scouted to like 50% or something, and then I moved on for some reason. So, Mark Cruz Weston. Okay, I mean, you're with Florida, but you won the US Open Junior. Maybe we take a look at a couple more people. I think our scouting's fine at the moment. But yeah, everybody kind of getting through. Kong gets to a quarterfinal, but I don't mind him getting knocked out because he's playing back to back to back to kind of make up for his very slow start to the year. Kitchener getting to a semi is fine because her and David have like hit their objectives. They look good. Everything's fine. Jack is someone I really do want to win this because if we can, yeah, 6'2", 6'3" over Thomas Braithwaite. That kind of gives him a little boost up the rankings, which is absolutely fantastic too. So it's only a rookie 25, but you know, he can make his way towards 120. I'd be happy. Maybe 115. I'd like his goal next season to be top 100 or top 75. Not further than that. I got a feeling he's probably going to push it further than that. Kwame's tactical skills up to a 19. That's fine. A 100, a girl's 60, a boy's 100. That's all fine. Don't mind that at all. Yeah, money's good. I kind of want to spend some, but I kind of also want to make sure we're definitely over the 1.2 million. But all the cheap upgrades are gone. I think maybe we just do that because we should get enough back. Maybe even here. So, Hannah, number 28 in the world. Emma's at 14. See, even to be the top British player is going to be tough but doable. It is definitely doable. So, Alina Korneva, we've beaten her. She'll be a win, 6-3, 6-1. Hannah moves on. Number 4 seed, 12th in the world, Diana Schneider. I don't really know her very well, but very well rounded, pretty good, very solid, can still develop. Formerly as high as number 6. Lost somewhere, I don't know. We were well beaten, so we're kind of well beaten in that second set. The first one's tighter, but it is going to be around the 16 exit in a 500, which isn't going to move us much further on. Jack fails his qualifier. Margot is recovering. South Korean Seong Yong. Some of these stats are just terrible. That's the thing. That's why I don't want to bring in someone from outside. Well, that was a 1,000 tournament you were trying to qualify for. That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Nadia Hill goes 100. Should be the favorite. They both just knocked out the 4 and 5 seeds. Never played. And yeah, 3-6, 3-6 to Alexandra. 6-1 to Nadia. We do lose that final, but again, we weren't looking for massive results. We're not getting massive results. They do seem to want to bring Kong up and let him go. Is it worth trying to get him a men's tour point before the end of the season? I mean, it might be. It might be. I mean, we can go to France. We can go Austin, East Lansing. Go to Tunisia. I'm trying to think cleverly now because as well, there's probably going to be a lot better French players than American players, so the default pool is going to be high. Maybe Tunisia. I'm trying to think of other African countries, and they're not really known as tennis powerhouses. Like Morocco, Tunisia, maybe some Egyptians, probably Spanish and Portuguese players, maybe some Italian and French, but a lot of them are going to be on the home tournament there as well. I don't even know if the game works like that, but it kind of feels like it does. So, or maybe that it could. So I'm okay with that. So yeah, we'll play the last week of the season in a rookie 15 and just see like, if you can win just one match somehow, we'd be good. I feel pretty good about it. So, yeah. We've probably just got buys. So the Shanghai Masters then. Kwame over Nardi. We've lost to him twice. Once this year. Okay. Once in this tournament as well. Was this the injury? This feels like an injury here. So we lost 3-6, 1-7-5, 1-6-3. Surely we should have won, but Nardi won. Unless that's just whoever wins, that's the result for. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay. It took me a minute. Like I say, Ilmi is dumb me. I'm a fairly intelligent guy. I wasted a lot of my potential. So I can have the capacity to be quite dumb sometimes. But when I get ill, there's like a marked difference between my normal brain and my ill brain. So, yeah, that sometimes takes me a little while to kind of look at. Doesn't really matter too much because we'd either win a set or lose a set. Whichever way these round, both 6-3. And it comes down to tiebreakers, so it would be tight either way. But yeah, I feel like we have a good shot. 6-1, 6-2. Bypass Nardi. And Hannah is going up against Kalieva. So inside the top 100, a qualifier, never played. Should be a victory, 7-5, 6-2. Nowhere near as comfortable, but we're trying to get into the top 20 or back in the top 25, I guess, right now with Hannah. And Moyes is the best player in the world. Kalen Biggin, yeah, beaten twice. Once through injury. Once through a tight match as well, but 6-3, 7-6. Long tiebreaker. Not a bad result there. Hannah against the number 9 seed, Marta Kostyuk. Yeah, we had a quickfire, I believe, near the middle of the season where we played. I think we played her once, and then we had a couple of weeks off maybe. Then we played her again, and then again, right again afterwards, wasn't it? Or is it these two close together and we didn't play her for a while, and then probably in the US Open? But yeah, this was comfortable. This was comfortable. This was fairly comfortable. And then we took a set off her. So if they're not closed, those margins are closing. And there we go. So she takes a set off us, but the balance of power has shifted. We've beaten Marta for the first time. 6-3, 4-6, 6-3. 6 serve winners as well, which we don't see too much of. That's nice. Round of 16 then. Sebastian Korda, another American, up to the 12th seed. Currently knocking on the top 10 in the world. Beaten him twice. And that is the third time, 7-6, 6-2. As for Hannah, it's number 5 seed, Jinwen Zheng. Very, very good player. Says balanced, says we're in better form. Okay. I mean, speed and counter, we are playing counter. 6-3, 6-love. Very nice tournament so far for Hannah. Slowly making her way against some big name players, doing what she needs to do. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Casper Ruud, number 6 in the world. When you get into these stages, it's always a bit more of a battle. He won a couple of years ago. Now 3 times, including twice at the majors. We have knocked him out, but only that last one was really comfortable. Everything else has been a bit of a battle. Very good player. But Moyes takes it 7-5, 6-4. Continues that winning streak. Quarterfinal. And now we're in serious territory time. The only the only unranked is Jastromenska of the Ukraine. And they're playing number 3 seed Russian Mira Andreeva. On that same side of the bracket, Ksenia Efremova is a very good player, 13th in the world right now. Coco Gauff is number 2 in the world. That semi-final could be between the world number 2 and 3. And if we don't get past Rybakina and Swiatek gets past Sabalenka, it could be a 1-4 at the top. And still the top 2 seeds going through to the final. Jastromenska can disrupt. We're still seeded, but we're 31st. We do have a chance to disrupt. This is, I feel, a very interesting matchup because it seems like we shouldn't win, but we did win fairly comfortably not that long ago. Says an easy match. Again, her weakness is counters. We lose the middle set 5-7, but we win 6-2 in the opener, 6-3 in the closer. And we win the long and medium rallies, not the short rallies. Our serve is worse than hers in terms of the speed and everything. But that's a very interesting matchup. That is kind of where we are. That's kind of the level we're at. And you do kind of wish that you see more of it, for sure. Okay, Moyes, number 1 seed, up against number 5, Diego de Dura Palmera. We know him very, very well. An all-German final could be on the cards as Alexander Zverev gets through against countryman Justin Engel. He's the 11th seeded player in the world. Or we could end up with number 1, 2 again in this competition as he faces off against Carlos Alcaraz. Nobody really struggled too much. Diego had the tough fight that should have been the easy fight, but he made it tough. And I feel like we've definitely got his number now. He beat us last year in the Aussie Open final. We came back from a bad first set to knock him out and get to the final again for the second consecutive year, which we went on to win. Then in Hamburg, we beat him up in front of his home crowd. And then up in Canada, a little back and forth, but we were well in control. 6-4, 6-1. Even easier against a very, very good player who's going to be probably top 5 in the world for the next 15 years or so. Good 10 to 15 years. Absolutely unbelievable. Jastromenska, sure, beats Andreeva. Formerly world number 21. Against Coco. I wouldn't mind playing her in the final rather than Coco, to be 100% honest. And I don't think it would have taken anyone too many guesses to get there. 6-2, 6-3. Good, solid win for her. Are we any closer? We are the outsider, but it's balanced. Again, her weaknesses are the counter. And yeah, 6-2, 6-1. Even though we had probably the right game plans and everything to do well, we we weren't quite at a high enough level. And now we've earned that money back. Quick little look. I could easily do these, sure. Do I maybe want to do this? I need to get up to about 1.8 million. Or I could do level 3 of the hotel. I think I would do level 3 of the hotel, right? I think I would do level 3 of the hotel. Margot's okay. And Zverev it'll be, not Alcaraz. Interesting. Just beat a German. Can we do it again? Kwame versus Zverev. We have only played once. We did win fairly comfortably. We should be kind of in a good place. 6-3, 6-4. Moyes takes 1,000 points once again. Big old result. Future world champion. Yeah, it's all about details. You know, he's got incredible potential. And all the hard work put in has been leading up to this moment and has been worth it 100%. So we're very close. So I think we pull the trigger. And so we're, what, 132 grand. That's it. 132 grand away from still hitting that objective. If we don't, then we don't. It's definitely not the worst thing in the world. So 48.5, 49,000. Not too bad. Little bits of bonuses here or there. All good. Yeah, Margo's still got a little knock. Ooh, we are 20th. We are 20th. So we should hit this. So we won it last year, so I feel like we've got a very good chance this year. So yeah, this isn't bad, right? I think we'll get to like 90 to 90% satisfied. You can and should win the next gen, so we should be 100% on you. You can win this. So we'll kind of see. But this is our minimum we're going to hit. There's a chance we could 100% you. Yeah, you're 113. One more person. We'll go check out who Jack has to catch and how many points that's going to take. But we're almost full, and we're full and full. I'm pretty happy with that. So Jack does have a Brit to catch. So we're on 438, 525. So that's the problem. We would be breaking into the top 100. Michael Antonius is right there, our former player. We're very quickly catching up to him. I don't know. I don't know. He's got a Pro 100. Got to imagine that they're going to pick up some points. So probably between now and the end of the season, you're going to need like an extra 20 to 30 points to jump them in the British rankings. So it's 100 to make the difference up, and then the extra 20 or 30 is going to take to get up above and stay there. So if we did win this, we're okay, and then we got another 100. So yeah, if we won that, we'd be okay. So I think it's worth just trying an extra tournament. So you get a wild card. We've already gone. There's 10k there. She gets into the top 20. People looking a little better. And yet we're so close. We're so close. Any kind of run in this and we'll be very, very good. Got kind of an opener that I like. Although the high-ranking qualifiers are very dangerous. But 7-5-6-2 for Hannah. And Moyes against Shevchenko. 6-2-7-6. Pretty similar, I will say. Different way around, but very similar. 7-5-6-3 again. All of these are coming out about the same. Avanesian. Beaten her once. Beaten her twice. 7-6-6-4. Kwame against Nardi again, who's the number 5 seed here. Chance to even it up at 2 wins apiece. 6-3-6-1. Nadia gets knocked out. Okay. Still 60 points. That's still pretty good. Not really worried about money at that stage of a tournament. Yeah, we're handling the physicality really well too. So, okay, Emma Navarro, number 11 in the world. This is who knocked us out at Wimbledon. Knocked us out at Doha as well before that. That was tight. This was fairly comfortable, but it was on grass, which we don't like. Hannah might be able to make this a lot closer. She doesn't really. So 6-2-6-2. So quarterfinal at the Wuhan Open. Semi-final at the Beijing Open. I don't mind that. I think that's pretty good. Still 215 points. It's still decent. She might be up in the top 20 now. She was 20th, I believe. Now she might be inside the top 20. What do we need? 7,000? Which Moyes has already hit, so when he gets knocked out, or when he wins, because what's he got now? 87k, yeah, so absolutely fine. Rockerin, have we ever played this? We have. We played twice. The Junior Tour. Okay, that's why I don't remember. And then around 64, I wouldn't have been paying attention. So, should be a final appearance for Moyes. 6-3 gives back 6-3. Takes the final 6-1. And that puts him in the final. But who is he going to play? Chach. Okay. Someone we've never beaten. Without the head-to-head. Cool. Moy should win. Gets his first victory over Tomasz Maszak. Don't mind that at all. And just dominant performance. Dominant serve. Dominant return. That's what we want to see. And all of a sudden, the only thing that hasn't gone up is the reputation which is nuts. I don't know what else I got to do. Like, we've never hit that goal after being 2.5 stars, and now we're 4 stars in like 2 years, and somehow we have not hit that goal at all. Yeah. Okay. So 2 months for Clay. Should have done that first before the hard court. Psychology department is another month. So the start of the season. Stores at the start of the season. Hotel 3 months. So month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with that. Staff. I'm not going to really get much better in terms of an agent. Yeah. We are paying you top dollar. That's for sure. Recruiters we're not, and we can add another recruiter. Okay. So maybe we look now to add a recruiter then. We're maxed out on our physios. Maxed out on our coaches. We can get one more trainer, but it won't really move the needle. And our analyst is about as good as we could get. And I don't feel anyone's being overpaid. There's some top-notch people here for like 5 to 6 grand a month. Nobody's super paid there either. So our recruiters are 3 grand a month, basically. I've got 16, 17. Let's look at recruiters, aka scouters. You're a legend. How much was a legend cost? Kind of interesting. We've got 16, 17. This is an 18. So 5 seasons. That's going to drop a little bit. Some reason I thought that was the monthly. I was like, mind blown. Yeah, I'm not going to pay 7 grand. Got a 16 and a 17. So I don't want to pay legend prices. Adam Zhuk of Belarus. So 5 seasons. 14 grand, 2,800. That should be more than enough. Feel pretty good about that. So Hannah's going into the next gen and not into the finals. Kwame's going into the finals and not the next gen. So does that mean he automatically fails his goal? That's kind of what that feels like. Yeah, Hannah was up to 19th, so not a huge jump, but we're in 19th. That's good because she is going to lose one of her goals because she didn't hit it. Jack didn't really do too much in that tournament. However, we can go again. Margot's really sad. I feel bad, but there's nothing really I can do. Let's get Shuk in training. See, Margot gets balance. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I think Jack needs to be top 95 to get that British spot. Yeah, Margot's morale really bad, but inside the top 650. Kong back to 130. Nadia 137. Jack is close, but not quite there. Hannah is top 20. Oh, and apparently Dave has been training a lot of game plans. That's fine. As you just there, that's fine. Search players, we've got a bunch lined up. So I'm not really sure the easiest way. Because there's so many people waiting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that should be a third of the waiting list. Hopefully the others are very similar. So Sanders, 22. Give you the Bartosz, 21, 21, 21. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. No real good low-end talent. Blancano, Guth, Emily, yeah, I'm guessing Emily, Maria Guth. She's not too bad. 16. She's really not too bad. Dalma Bakjarbo is actually a little better. That would be someone I would be semi-interested in bringing into the academy, I'm not going to lie. That would be interesting. Zachary Schick is okay, but nothing super crazy. Lorraine Cachino. Oh, is it just take me to the top every time? Okay. Don't love that. Don't love that, yeah. And then potentials. Not amazing. That's fine. A lot of these are going to pop soon, and they kind of aren't great. Barros Sanders. Barros Sanders. Because, right? They'll go to 21. So they'll go to 20 really quick. He'll have 19. I think that's the best way to kind of tie them all together a little bit. Kwame against Tommy Paul. 6'4", 6'2". Against Federico Cina, known as John to his friends. Round 16. We have done that, and yeah, we're good everywhere. We're 160-ish. 155 to 160. So yeah, we kind of need to be around the 1.7 mark for me to feel happy to do that upgrade. I mean, we're in the quarters, right? So we're pretty much there. We win this and we can do that upgrade. Landaluce. That's big. into the semi-final. So since we can pull the trigger, kind of like, why not? But also, I'm thinking, we could wait and pull the trigger here on one of these. Here from like maximum scouting. Yeah, sports study. Sports study. Just why? Why not? Why not? Zverev back again. Bigger than Alcaraz on the other side of the draw. We've never lost. We don't lose 3 wins out of 3 against Alexander. That puts us in the final against probably Alcaraz. Yep. It will be Carlos Alcaraz versus Moise Kwame again. Beat him in a pair of finals. Lost last year in the US. 6-3-6 love against Alcaraz, the number 2 player in the world. Just unbelievable. Yeah, look, I mean, like 6,000 of our points came from winning Grand Slams. Alcaraz got to the semi-final of Wimbledon, so he would be the guy. Yeah, Palmero won Wimbledon. I mean, that would be the start of a brand new rivalry, right? Palmero wins the only one that we didn't, so 21 and 22. Played each other a bunch, semi-final of Australia this year, the final last year between us. Like, this is the new rivalry that's building, 21 and 22. Fonseca at 24, maybe Mensek 25, but Engel probably isn't there. Jordan Lee, if he comes good, he could be there. Johnson, to be honest with you, I think if we keep going the way we're going, it's going to be Jack Palfy as the other member of like the trio for the next decade. That's kind of what I feel. That's kind of what I feel. Okay, we're very close to getting that money back to where we want to go. Everyone's okay. Margot's upset, but she's not as bad as she was. Nadia's not in great form. Everybody is, apart from her. And Moise is very tired, but that's okay because he ain't playing. He kind of got this week off. Hannah, number 1 seed of this tournament, gets bounced early. I'm really glad. It might not make sense at first to say I'm really glad, but I am really glad because we got the next gen finals, which are much more important next week. And we got the MTL finals, which is going to be huge. And so both of these need a decent amount of care to recover. A little bit of rest. Nadia gets knocked out as well. Margot doing okay. Jack doing okay. We just lined up 2 finals with Jack and Margot. Number 3 seed. This is the Pro 100. We probably didn't get enough points elsewhere, but this was the 100 we needed to catch up, remember? So 6-3, 6-2. Nice and solid. Okay. So that no. 566. Oh, did we drop down even further because Jacob jumped us? Probably. So we probably still need to get above Jack 566. We're going to be oh so close. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be oh so close. Smekalova's beaten us twice. 1 versus 2 seed. Finally, we beat the 4-6, but then 6-4, 6-3. 9 serve winners against 1. Much better all-round play. Much better net game. Slightly faster serving, 4 aces, the 9 serve winners, like I say. Kind of everything else was kind of tied, but just a more effective serve game. And then, yeah, a really, really nice kind of all-round game. And Killer Instinct, Composure, Fighting Instinct go up. Don't mind that. So yeah, 21 in the world, not great. We did drop out. Hoping if we do well at this tournament, if we win this, maybe our rank goes up. Right, that's kind of the hope there. Still number 1 in the world. We're in the men's final. We've dropped back down with Margot outside the top 650. One last chance to break back in. Jack is exactly where we thought he would be. Just inside the top 100. Just behind Jack Pennington Jones. That's whose spot he wants in the British rankings. 23 points away. And he is playing this week. So let's get Margot a bit of rest. Suddenly her morale's just through the roof for some reason. Jack can't get much, but let's get him a tiny bit of rest here. Now he's got a second game plan. I feel like it's all coming together. Boys against Mensick. Okay, this is a fun little group. Number 1, 5, 6, and 8. Number 2, 3, 7, and 11. Definitely an easier group. Who's world number 4? 4, 9, 10. Where are they? Taylor Fritz, João Fonseca, Yannick Sinner. Where are they? Why'd they get such an easier group? Okay. Huh. It's not like a crazy easy group or anything, but yeah. I mean, Alcaraz has got no excuses. 7-6-6-1, we beat Mensik. And we've got Penikova, Ruslanova, and Van Zyl. That's not bad. Vujovic, Pereira, and Sun, another player that we had in that first game that got copyrighted, and Efremova is there. So, yeah, we kind of feel like maybe us and Efremova should be the final. Not if we play like this, or we'd be absolutely shattered. 2-4, 4-2, 4-1, 2-4, 4-2. Just, what? Top 100, Jack has done it before turning 21. Yeah, very satisfied. Hard work, soul searching, and a good plan. He's indisputable. He's a workaholic. Work on volley and serve, and we bond with our players. We got a passion that we want to ignite in them. Okay, you're in a... Oh, you're not in a tournament. I was going to say. Go light on you to try and stop you getting injured for next year. Jack 100% needs as much care and rest as we can give him. He's going to be upset, but he's, that is what it is. You'll be fine. You might be good. I'm not really sure that I want a forehand slice there. I'd rather the fitness. And the same here. Like, I don't really think an obstacle course on the morning of a match is going to do you a ton. So, yeah, I think that just suits better. That might give us a chance then. Say right at the end here. You're exhausted. I just set you up for more. Look at your schedule. Just set you up for rest. Come on now. Holger. Beaten him once. Beaten him twice. Lost the first in a tiebreak, but 6-2, 6-3. Ruslanova. Never played, but we should win. Again, it goes to 5-0. 4-2, 2-4, 4-3, 2-4 for Love to finish out strong. Margot gets through a 32. Kasper Ruud. 4-1 in our victory here. 6-1, 6 Love. Wow. That's levels. I think Jack just won as well. I know. Penikova. 4-3, 4-3, 4-1. Thankfully, we start getting through some quick sets. Margot, good, but her and Jack out in the quarterfinals. Yeah, 14 points. So that's not what we needed. But number 2 seed Hannah is through. Luna Vujovic is here in the semi. Efremova and Penikova in the other semi. We should win, get to the final. She wants to win this. And she doesn't. She can't defend her title. She comes crashing out the semi-final, which isn't amazing. We miss out on top 20. We're a couple of wins away from taking the next gen and defending the next gen. And we were one round away, one victory away from this Grand Slam. So almost where we want to be. But yeah, not the best of news. Not the best of news. So if she jumps back in that top 20, that would be nice. I don't really see how, but Korda overcomes Holger, which is not what I expected. I know Alcaraz and Kwame go again. We continue to have his number 7, 5, 6, 3. And the ATP MTL men's finals comes down to this. Sebastian Korda, the number 8 seed, world number 11 from the US, is facing off against world number 1 top seed French superstar Moise Kwame. We've beaten him in Canada this year, America, and China. Now we're in Italy. We're trying to get this done. should win. Should win. And we do 7-6, 7-6. A tough matchup, but just about get up there. Decent first serve. Breaks didn't go our way. Won the net battle. Serve wasn't quite as quick as his. And again, we do lose some long rallies, but yeah, 100% take it. That's as good as we probably could have expected. And that sets us up quite nicely. Again, I could save. Or I could go for one of those. I think next season. Like, we've done a lot of the big purchases, right? Next season, we might just close out the medical center. Like, that might be an idea. Currently, we're losing money on the sports center, which makes sense. That was 8K down last month. But we're so far up is unbelievable. And yeah, we're not far down on that either. That's like 20, okay. So that's like 30K down. Massive here on the business center. Okay. Not bad. You gain a little bit. You gain a little bit. Beautiful. So end of the season then. It's got the World Cup finals happening. So Jack didn't hit all of his goals. You didn't, but we were dang close. Moyes, you didn't, but like, you won the actual tour, and you weren't in the next gen, so like, whatever. Nadia, your goals were really easy. David, your goals were really easy, so we're not really gonna worry about those. Margot, she did a little better on the ranking, a little better on the national ranking because of that. Won instead of getting to a semi-final. But yeah, you did win the juniors, you finished rank 1, and you won the Open, the American Open. Very, very good. I'm kind of flabbergasted we got as close as we did. Highs as well as lows, we continue working together. We have to rethink our way of working. Like, that's not realistic though. For World 21 instead of 20, the semi-final instead of winning. Okay, it was a little bit of a disappointment. A quarterfinal 16. Like, we were so close. I don't really feel that's how that conversation would go. That feels like it's more of like a 50-50 goals instead of, yeah, being World 21 instead of 20 and not getting anything from it. So, yeah, Hannah didn't hit her goals, but still 800K. Moyes hit everything for 1.2 million. There's 150K from Margot, 750K from Jack, which is absolutely phenomenal. Considering like how far behind Hannah you should be, and the fact that Moyes hit 3 Grand Slam victories, and there's only 500,000 in between them. Nadia hitting almost 100K is kind of nuts. David is where we expected him to be, so that's all fine. Zanel used to be interesting, very interesting. Kazakhstan youngster that we could maybe look at, maybe scout moving forward. But did we reach the objective? Yes. Yeah, I think we did. We got juniors kind of wrapped up quite nicely with Margot. Jack did really well. Hannah did very well, got so close to her goals. Moyes killed it, and the two youngsters, David and Nadia, both really did a little bit more than we expected. So just absolutely fantastic year. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. But we can term this year a success. Hannah, um, yeah, we're going to get her in a good position. She's a good player, but there are weaknesses still to work on. And in so many areas that can be improved because she has so much potential. She's at a super high level, but there's still another gear to get to. We are going to just keep doing what we've been doing. Like top 10, win at least one major. I mean, yeah, nothing to add. And we're just going to walk out because such a dumb set of answers. I don't feel like we need to take anyone this year. I'm still not convinced on Nadia. I'm not fully convinced on David either. Good first sort of season with them, but consistent. A little bit of a down period for Nadia. Margot just keeps hitting on the juniors. That's fine. Not what we wanted, but that's fine. Still did very, very well, to be fair, on the women's tour at the same time. Big jump from Jack, and like I say, so close to being the top 5 British player. So close. Yeah, yeah. And 21st, again, very nice final period, some good results. Just didn't move up that one spot we really wanted to. And Moyes did move up that one spot and just continue to dominate even without playing in Wimbledon. So we're 1.65 million in the bank. We're doing quite well. We didn't improve the reputation of the academy, which is absolutely nuts and just broken. We did nail everything else. And yeah, I think this is harsh. This is kind of harsh, to be fair, because we did win a bigger one. This is so close. Ugh, we're just tiny bits away. Moyes loses the World Cup final. That could have been like the end of a phenomenal season. Oh, I forgot you were going. I forgot the staff were going. I need a physio. I need a technical. And I need a tactical. Yeah, not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. But let's see. Don't want to go super expensive. Let's see, down to an 18. Uh Apparently Britain's just not the place to be. We're not quite at the top level, but Voronov would join us. 5 seasons. 35k. Just under 7. I think that works. I mean, if we're gonna go big, we kind of go big. I mean, it would have been really nice. Okay. Okay. Let's go 5 years. Give you 30K. Salary of 5.5. I think that's all fine. And then we want what? Mental and tactical. Rowan Kane. You're going to be expensive, but you're going to be worth it. I feel. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Everyone's on holidays. Okay, we got new rackets possibly coming in. Yeah, I feel like a very good season. And kind of excited for the future. So Kwame wins the men's circuit. Swiatek, the women's. Cruz Western, the boys. Margot, the girls. Absolutely love that. Best under 21 is Moyes. Best returner, 45% Jack Palfrey. Best clay player, 58% Jack Palfrey. Best indoor player, 63% win rate for Moyes Kwame. I'm sorry, but that's just phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Unbelievable. France does win the Men's World Cup. The Women's World Cup is the missing Women's Tour result with dash titles. Australia wins the boys. Germany wins the girls. And yeah, it's kind of weird, but okay. Game is breaking in certain places. Psychology is done. I just want the staff to come in. Kwame apparently does well in stats since everybody's on 0. Can we just get these staff in? Just want this to be taken care of. But yeah, a very good season. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do hit that like button. Hit subscribe. On the road to 1,000. We are very, very close. So yeah, would really appreciate it. Takes no time. Takes no money. But it does help out. So, okay, a little German who could be a little gem there too. We could maybe take a look at them. Why am I looking to recruit a physio? Because people haven't actually joined yet. But week 49. We'll check out everybody's goals. Top 15. Yeah, okay. She really likes that. She's really close. I think we can do it. A Grand Slam quarter again. It's going to come back down. A 250, get to a final. That's going to come down. But that's fine. They've just given us a ton of money there. So let's go quickly spend this money because we will get more. Do I want more players? Not really. Do I want to max out the medical? Part of me does. Part of me does. 8 months, we'll do the medical. That's all fine. Yeah. Like, why not at this point? Why not? I feel pretty good about where we are. Okay. That's fine. Just get through the week, get me and my staff. Don't care about anything. Just get me my staff. Beautiful. It's what we needed. So that's fine. And I've done it wrong, haven't I? I didn't hire a coach. I hired a trainer. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why not just get rid of you and actually get someone in who's really, really good in that case? And my top three players get you in. And we do need to find a coach. No staff dismissal. Well, don't care about that. Don't care about that. We're fine here. We don't need a ton of money, which is great. This year we can actually spend. Level 7 for youth and scouting. I don't care. I don't want to care. Coach. So someone who's really good here. Aranda, 17's not bad. 1720. Kwame. It's only 17 motivating, but I'm kind of tempted. I'm kind of tempted. Is that his dad? Let's see, a 5-year deal. Seven. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, that'll work out. Maybe we move Gennaro down. We move Forward down. We move Shelby down. We move Popa down. And we have Kwame trained by Kwame. Like, so interesting to me. So interesting. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. This has gone on long enough. We're not going to get our scouts or our coach in time. But a good season. So I hope you enjoyed. We're back to do it again very soon. Moyes looks prepped right now to go. I think I'm definitely going to manually be booking tournaments, at least for Hannah, Moyes, and Jack, possibly Margot as well, and then let Nadia and David get picked up wherever they get picked up. I think Margot maybe can be auto as well. So top 15 for Hannah with a quarterfinal of Grand Slam and a final of 250 or above. Kwame maintain number 1, get to the finals, semi-final of a Grand Slam, and win a 250. Margot wants to get the top 100 in the world, which is what Jack did last year, so it's possible, but it's going to be difficult. The next gen tourney, yeah, if we get to the top 100, she probably makes it. Qualify for a Grand Slam, qualify for a 250, win a 70, and maintain 30th in French, which, sure, I don't think that's too bad. Top 50 for Jack, we could do, yes. The next gen, probably, if we hit the 50, yes. 32 of a Grand Slam, we should be able to qualify. Quarterfinal of a 250, and get into the top 5 of British. Top 10 in the juniors, participate in the finals, and a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam. Top 3 of the juniors, win the finals, and a Grand Slam. So Yeah, let me know what you think. Comment section down below. Like and subscribe while you're there. And yeah, so much interesting stuff coming up. But there we go. I think a very, very good season. Moyes just absolutely went off on one. And now it's up to us to try and maintain while bringing Hannah up to his level, Jack up to her level, Margot to Jack's level, and then Nadia and David up to Margot's level this year. So everything those people did last year, the person below them in the totem pole has to kind of match. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be tough, but I think it's a totally new challenge now with Moyes being number one, especially with Jack closing in. So let me know what you think. But until next time, thanks very much for stopping by. I'll see you again soon. Till then, take care, stay safe, and all the very best to you.